told our viewers earlier that Jeff Harte was going to be joining us. We finally have him now. He's an analyst at Sandler O'Neill. And Jeff, sorry that we don't have a lot of time, but just tell me what you expect from Pandit's testimony in just an hour or so, or a couple hours from now.
I mean, I think there'll be some major themes that come out of it. One will be, I would expect him to thank the taxpayers for the help and to kind of say that TARP served its purpose. Beyond that, he's probably going to be asked about, what's different about Citigroup now versus a couple of years ago when, in all fairness, Vikram was not running the show a few years ago. I think a lot of things have changed, and Citigroup's doing a lot of things better. He'll probably be asked whether they're lending to people. Certainly they're lending to people. Certainly they're going to bring out some data to support that. But at the end of the day, I mean, if society needs to delever, loan balances have to contract. I mean, you don't want to sacrifice underwriting standards to get us back in the same problems that we had before.
Right.
And then we'll get to the Q&A, which will be interesting because you'll have a lot of things from too big to fail to too big to manage to things like the Volcker rule and how much more regulation do we need. And I mean, that should be interesting. I think Vikram.
But if he's apologetic enough and trying to appease the panel enough, is that going to allow him then to focus on sort of the mechanics of getting Citi back on track?
Well, I think the mechanics of getting Citi back on track are well underway. I mean, TARP's been repaid from Citi's perspective. Now, the government still has to sell the common shares it owns, and there's still some trust preferreds from the asset guarantee. But as far as Citigroup paying back TARP, it's done. I mean, they've got, in my opinion, a much stronger management team across the board, and they're doing a lot of the things that previous management teams talked about doing, actually integrating acquisitions, actually forcing real risk management down through the organization, and clearly defining what are core businesses and what are not core businesses, as opposed to just looking for size. So I think they're definitely on the right track, and I think they'll be profitable this quarter.
Okay, Jeff, good to talk with you. Jeff Harte.